Peter says in 2 Peter that you have obtained like precious faith. Some of us, we don't know how precious our faith is. That is why someone can come and say something that will take away your faith. Yeah. You are in this church, you are happy, you believe that it's a good church. Then someone says something, suddenly you've changed. You don't believe it anymore. It means the faith that you had was not precious to you. How many of you, if you had gold, you would just allow someone to come and take the gold away? Alfred, if you had gold in your pocket and your friend tried to put his hand in your pocket, would you allow him? You will not even, as I'm standing with you, if I know that the gold is this way, I'll turn so that the gold is away from you. What it means is that your faith is so precious that it must be hidden in a certain way. In a certain way, it must be protected. The faith that you have must be protected. Because the devil will come for your faith. Yeah, he will come for your faith. Because Christianity is based on faith. Your salvation is because of faith. It's because you believe in Romans 10:9-10 that if you confess and you believe in your heart, that's how a man will be saved. That's faith. So I have many Christian friends not many Christian friends. I have many friends. Well, I don't know if they are friends, but I know many people in theory. And then you believe it. Meanwhile, you don't understand much about the theory. You're an art student and you are trying to believe, you are trying to explain what the science is. Don't. Try and, Yeah. Your faith is precious. Some of you, God has told you something particular. So you have faith, you have a faith that is in a particular direction. Like Paul believed that he was to the which people is that? Oh. Paul was sent to who? You don't remember? The Gentiles. Paul's faith that he was sent to the Gentiles. Some of you have that kind of faith. Because God gives direction. The Holy Spirit directs you. Sometimes the Holy Spirit directs you to honor a man of God. But he has not told the second person. If you don't take it, the person can derail your faith. Some of you have a desire to serve God, to become a shepherd. It's a faith. Alfred, are you listening to me? God gives you a desire to serve him. And you start developing faith. But because you are not keeping it precious, someone comes to say, hey, tell me about this work is hard. Oh. And you spend a lot of money. Then you say that, it wasn't God. It wasn't God. Or you just quickly you have a desire to do something in church. Then your friend will tell you that, but you have to go for rehearsals after, then you will not go home early. Then faith is precious. Faith is precious. And your faith is so precious that it also determines who you are. That's why in one of the secrets is that your faith is your life. And your life is faith. It's like the faith you have is what directs your life. Your faith you have is what directs your life. So if you have faith in money, you flow into money. Yeah. Faith is so precious. Faith is so precious. And if for anything at all, you don't understand why faith is precious, just understand that your Christianity that you based your whole life upon, that your salvation is out of faith. Out of faith that when you came forward, that you confessed Jesus as your Lord and believed in your heart, you were saved. So I'm telling you, if you have faith in where you are, if you have faith in this church, keep it. Don't allow anybody to come and say anything to take your faith away. Don't allow it. It's like when someone does that, the person has taken your gold away. He has taken your gold away. He has taken it away, your faith. Your faith. You believe in the prophet that God has given us. Yeah, because many people don't believe. So your faith in the prophet is precious. The fact that you believe in a different way, then you allow someone to come and tell you all sorts of things and take your faith away. That's it. Yeah. If your faith is your life and your life is faith, and you lose your faith, it means you have no life. Once your faith is gone, you have no life. You have no life. Well, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. What's the point? The first point, the first secret that I've shared tonight. Faith is, it's not faith is hard work. Faith converts you into a hard worker. Today I'm preaching for a short time. Short time. Yeah. Alfred, are you a hard worker? Yeah. So you ask, so you need to ask yourself the question, are you really a hard worker? And don't compare yourself with a lazy person and you say that you are hardworking. Think about what Jesus did. That he will go in the daytime, he preaches, he heals, he teaches, he preaches, what else does he? Yeah, he heals, he preaches, he teaches. Then from there, he doesn't go and sleep like many of you do. From there, he goes to do a great while before day. Then the next day, he comes back. Then he does the same preaching, teaching, healing. Then he goes back. Hard work. Hard work. But certainly that you did visitation this week. Then you got tired. 5 weeks later, you tried another one. 10 weeks later, then you're just increasing the intervals. Then next time is 15 weeks, 20 weeks. But this is the same thing. Day in, day out. Preaching, teaching, healing. They a great while before they go into the presence of God. Preaching, teaching, healing. You ask, what time did he actually even sleep? Sometimes you wonder. Because after preaching, teaching, healing, then you go to wait on God. Then you come back. Then you continue. Then you go back. Then you come back. Yeah. Some of you don't wait on God because you are very lazy. You don't pray because you are very lazy. You don't pray because you are very lazy. Yeah. You are very lazy. Because it's hard work to pray. It's hard work to pray. You are going to pray, then you organize your bed with five pillows. I like praying lying down. That's when my revelations come. Charlie, me, I don't know about praying lying down on your bed. Pray small, you sleep small. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. It's not hard work. Some of you must desire, Alfred, you must desire to wake up, kneel down. You see, if you kneel down by your bed and you fall asleep, at least that one you were kneeling down, and then the sleep came. No, but I'm serious. So you must desire. Yeah, you must desire. Some of you must have faith in the teachings of the prophet so much that you work hard to do some of the things that he said. So when he describes that when he was young, he did a lot of fasting. You must do a lot of fasting. A lot. Some of you are slim, but you don't fast. Yeah, the way Alfred is sitting here, like he's slim, so I can assume that he's... No. Isaac is here nicely. Think like I can believe that he... No. It's not like that at all. You see, you hear the prophet talk about he fasted until he fainted. Some of you, listen to me, sit down, listen to me. He fasted until you fainted. If I ask you right now, if I even ask pastors right now, I said, sit down. Why are you making so much noise? I should move to your pastors. Hey. Keep quiet. No, don't make too much noise. Listen to what I'm saying. That when he has written that he fasted and fainted, you ask yourself, have you done it before? So then where is that faith? Where is the hard work in the fasting? He fasted till he became a skeleton. Where is your own? Don't deceive us by your genetic slimness that you are fasting. Let's sit down and listen to what I'm saying. Those online, I hope you are still around. Faith is hard work. And I said, our prophet is a good example. It's a good example. Yeah. Doing medical school and being a pastor. Look, if you are here and your internships and your things are the reasons why you can't serve God, you are on a road, your road you are entering is a bad road. Yeah, the guy at the sound, there's someone there. That's why he's saying preach. Yeah, if you are here and your internships and your little things, so then you can't serve God, then you don't really have faith. Because if you read the prophet's books, you will see where he describes doing church. Alfred, are you in school? What school are you in? You're not yet in school. You've graduated from where? STHS. See me after church, Yeah. But you've done that kind of work. That you are tired from work, internship, school, whatever. But then after that, you are moving into to serve God, your evening duties. After work, instead of going to sleep, going on visitation, coming to pray, having your fellowships. Look, if you are here and there's ever a day on Thursday, you say that you didn't have your fellowship because you were tired, you don't have faith. You are not a hard worker. Yes, you are not. You are not. You are not. You should read some of the things that prophet does, and you'll be surprised. You ask yourself, are you really hardworking? Those days when he didn't have a map, he drew map. Pastors, he drew a map to go and visit his members. Now you have Google Map, where you can input the visitation place and save the person's location. Many of you don't even know such things. That you can save a location. So that when you visit a person, you have it there. You can always go back and visit. You've never visited your members before. CEOs, you've never visited your members before. You have never visited your members. You are not hardworking. You are not hardworking. Victor, Martin cannot be the reason why you don't serve God. It can't. Jeff, it can't. Hard work. Last week, Bishop Lee said something. He said, you must work hard in your job, your school, whatever. But when we are talking about ministry, you must work harder. Tired. That you've done this, you've done visitation, you've prayed, you've interacted, you've counseled, then you are tired. Hard work. Faith is hard work. Yeah. And we have an example, and we must follow. We must follow. If we really have faith in the prophet, we must follow his example. So if I ask you, when was the last time you fasted? You say that you've not fasted in a long time. You haven't. You haven't. You've been eating. Sleeping, eat. So, Alfred, I hope as you're on vacation, it's not sleep, eat, watch TV. Sleep, eat, watch TV you're doing. Because some of the people, that's what they do. Sleep, eat, watch TV. Sleep, eat, Adidas. Yeah, where is your waiting on God? Where is your quiet times? Where are your revelations? Where are your prayer times? Hours of prayer. Prophet talking about 100 hours, praying a whole year. I mean, where are your hours of prayer? For the will of God for your life. Where is that hard work? Where is the hard work in prayer? Where is the hard work in prayer? Because prayer is hard work. When are you going to move from 5 minutes of prayer to 30? When are you going to move from 30 to an hour? When are you going to move from an hour to 1 hour, 30 minutes? When are you going to move to 2 hours? When are you going to move to 3? Because you have been at 30 since you were born. You've done 30. You are moving forward when it comes to school, but your prayer life is not moving forward. You are not hardworking. Can you see that you are not hardworking? As I've now mentioning the things. Alfred, can you see you are not hardworking? Now that I'm giving you the practical examples. Hey, I'm sure they were thinking about carrying boxes and things as hard work. Where is your hard work in visitation? Where is your hard work in counseling? Where is your hard work in having a fellowship? Where is your hard work in interaction? After church, you sat down in your chair, just observing. You won't say hello to anybody. Then you go home. Who are you, a spy or something? Are you a spy? I don't understand. Where is your hard work in interaction? And the next point, I'm closing. Faith is precious. If your faith is really precious, then keep it. Protect the faith. Protect it. It shouldn't be that the words of people can easily sway your faith in God. Recently, one of he was being evangelized or whatever that the person was trying to do, and he was describing how the one who was a Christian, no more a Christian, he was describing how he read some things, and he thought about some things, and that he asked himself a question, and that's what took him away from the faith. Faith wasn't precious. It wasn't hidden. Is your faith really precious? Or anybody at all can steal it? Because the devil will come for it. Now you believe in God. Believing in God today doesn't mean you believe in God tomorrow. Because the devil is on an active campaign to take away your faith. Active campaign. To do this, do that. Okay, then I'll do this one. Then this will happen. Yeah. Personal experiences, things that have happened. Recently, something happened. Just after I was appointed a pastor, something happened. And one of my friends in First Love was looking for me seriously. And when he found me, he said all he wanted to find out was whether what had happened had affected my belief in serving God and the ministry. And I said, oh, Charlie, I've not even thought about it. It's like it's not even part. It's not something that should even affect my faith. But when something bad happens to you, immediately you start questioning God. Is God even real? Why me? Why not you? Who should it be? Who should it be? Something. Look, and the things, they are little. They are big to you, but they are little to God. Something happens, then your whole faith is shaking. Yeah. You were doing the bacenta work, now you stop. Because the beloved you proposed to said no. Sit down. Something happens that you didn't like, and immediately you lose your faith. You know, that is why Abraham is the father of faith. Because Abraham, he's very funny. They told you that you will be the father of many nations. When they told you, they gave you one son. The person who told you, he came to look for you and told you, I will give you a son. If it was me, I would have asked, but you said many nations. Why are you giving me one? When he finished, I'm telling you how precious Abraham's faith was to Abraham. When he finished, the one that cried, that's not the many. They said you should sacrifice the one. And Abraham didn't hesitate at all. He just carried the guy. Said, let's go. On it. Yeah. Faith, hard work was precious to him. Precious. So even though the thing that was said, he didn't see it. He believed the person. Some of you don't look for the signs. So believe God. Just know what I'm saying. Believe God. Believe God. Some of you don't believe God. You believe the signs. So when the signs, so if Abraham was looking for the signs to believe God, you know, Abraham wouldn't have believed God. If he was believing in the nations, if he was believing nations will be mighty. Because how mighty was Isaac when he was born? Yeah. But you believe in the signs that when you get a promotion. I remember one the prophet said that one of his church members came to tell him that God is moving mightily on the campus because people are passing exams. Some people, they believe that the passing of your exam is like, that's what you believe in. So when you don't pass your exam, then you see your faith shakes in God. So your faith is not precious. And your faith is even in the wrong thing. But whether are you here or you've gone home? Yeah. So you believe in the promotion, you believe in the job, but you don't believe in God. So when the promotion goes away, your faith goes away. Make sure you believe in God. Oh. Yeah, make sure you believe in God. In God. In God. When Jesus came, he told the people in John, the Bible said that he didn't put his faith in man because he knew what was in man. No, your faith is in man. When that man goes away, your faith will go away. And that man will go away. Yeah. Your faith must be in God. Your faith shouldn't be in me. Your faith shouldn't be in Bishop Lee. No. Your faith is in God. It's in God. So that when you hear any story, it's like, it's not part of your, it has nothing to do with you. So you see, this friend of mine who thought about some things, and then most of these people, they hear some one or two scandals about churches and whatever, then suddenly, hey, in God. What does God have to do with someone's scandal, whatever? What does your faith in God have to do? What does your faith in God have to do with whatever is happening? And if your faith in God can be moved by circumstances, then be careful. Because the circumstances, they will come. If I let some of the older people tell you what has happened to their lives, you'll be shocked. As you got B, not A, then you say, I don't believe in God again. So there are no people like that. I got B, I didn't get A, I won't serve God again. I've stopped the fellowship. Isaac, they'll say that I've stopped. I have to Isaac say. They'll say I've stopped the fellowship because I got a B. There's no faith. There's no faith. There's no faith. There's no faith in God. I said, take that your faith and take it that your faith is gold. It's gold. How will you treat the gold? Don't allow anybody to just come and pick your faith away. Person is sweeping you away. Yeah, that's why maybe you are starting the fellowship with faith. That you are believing in God. That God, as you are gathering people and teaching them the word of God, God will take care of you. Someone to come and say something, then your faith is gone. Then I won't do the fellowship again. I won't do this Bacenta thing again. I won't do this CEO thing again. I won't do this pastor thing again. Yeah. Faith. It's precious. It's precious. And when you lose your faith, that is it. You don't have life. You are dead. You are actually dead. When your faith is gone, you don't have life. You are dead. You are dead. You are dead. So that's why the people lose the faith. It becomes like a sequential event. They lose faith in this, then eventually they lose faith in God. And then your salvation, which is based on faith, you've also lost it. That's why it's precious, because as someone tries to take away the faith in one area relating to God, what the person is doing is that he's affecting your faith in all. But you will not see it. So as the devil is targeting fellowships, he's actually trying to cut God away. But he will start from the fellowship. Go there. Say, Charlie, but this fellowship thing at all, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? I mean, Thursday night was family time, Netflix time, relaxation, sleep. Now I'm coming to gather people. What are all these? Yeah. My Saturday night. Some of you, the reason why you can't come for Saturday is there's no faith. Yeah, because my Saturday night was for what is Saturday night for? Karaoke. Calls. What calls? What kind of calls? I don't understand. What kind of calls? Saturday night was for movies. I don't understand how Saturday night was for movies when you have church in the morning, but sure. But Saturday night was for football. Yeah, so when they said there's a church on Saturday for university students, the university students cannot come. Yeah. Late night movies. What? Club? Clapping. Don't say A. You've gone. You've gone there before. Don't say A. Oh, Gideon, don't say A. You've gone to the club before. I mean, let's be real. That's what you were doing on Saturday. If there was no worship and word service on Saturday, you would probably be in a club. And then show yourself on Sunday, happily. Yes. To some of you, the Saturday night service is to save your life. It's to save your life. The Saturday night maybe is to save your life. Save your life. And to give you an understanding that weekend is for church. Come on Saturday, you come on Sunday. After all, school, you go from Monday to Friday. Why can't you go to church twice in a weekend? Why? Isaac, why? Alfred, why? Why can't we go on Saturday? Why can't we be here Saturday? Why can't we come on Sunday? Why? You'd rather stay at home and then many things will be happening. So faith is precious. And faith will convert you into a hard worker. So if you are here, you really believe that you have faith, I'm telling you that you must ask yourself the question, am I a hard worker? Is it really hard work I'm doing? Is it really hard work I'm doing? And is my faith really precious? If something happens to me today that I don't like, will I stop serving God? Will I stop loving God? And until you can answer these questions and you can really tell yourself that, look, that's why Paul said, whether angel, whether, what scripture is that? If you can find it for me. Whether angel, whether man, whatever, cannot take me away from the love of God. Nothing can separate him from the love of God. Till you get to that place where you can say that nothing at all can separate you from the love of God. Your faith in God is not there. It must get there. Romans 8:38. It must get to that place where nothing at all, dying, nothing will take you away from loving God. And if you have a heart like that, that's why you do the fellowship, and no matter what happens, you will continue with the fellowship. You continue with the fellowship. Yeah, you continue gathering the six people in your area. Alfred, you can gather your WASI friends who have graduated and are doing nothing at home. At least from what I remember, when people finished WASI, they went to the mall to buy bread and yogurt. That's what I remember. You dress properly and go and buy bread and yogurt and then window shop. What? Window shopping. Yeah. And take pictures. Yeah, that's the new one. You take a picture in a mirror. Why? Actually, why did they take the pictures in the washroom?